Well, now this isn't your ordinary normal ham and cheese sandwich. No, this kind of reinvents the whole thing. It's kind of like reinventing the wheel. Okay, so what we've done is we've taken the ham and cheese and elevated it to something very, very special. Give this a try. Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Cooking Today. Hey, on this episode, we're going to be making a ham and cheese sandwich. That doesn't sound too exciting, does it? Ham and cheese sandwich? What's special about that? Wait till you see the way I make it. Not an ordinary ham and cheese sandwich here. This is going to be something extra special. So I'll tell you what, come over this way. Let's go over these fantastic goodies that we have to work with, and let's make the best tasting ham and cheese that you've ever put in your mouth. This is a ham and cheese, goes Italian. Guys, now what we have here is some fantastic stuff. First of all, I have a nice crispy crunchy French baguette over here. Fantastic bread for this. We have some fresh basil leaves, olive oil. This back here is some fresh mozzarella. Beautiful stuff to use, and it provides this warm milky flavor that's just fantastic. And then our ham, the very most important part of this sandwich. Now what I have here is some Parma prosciutto. This is the prosciutto that's made in the Parma region of Italy. This is the good stuff, folks. And I'll tell you what, once you've tried it, once you've paid that little bit of extra money, you'll understand why people pay more for prosciutto. This stuff is delicious. It is so perfectly cured. Okay, so let's get on with making this delicious sandwich. Alright, now let's go ahead and make our sandwich, and we're going to start by taking some of these basil leaves, and I just want to pluck them free from the stem. And what we're going to do is do a chiffonade with this basil. Now chiffonade, what that actually is it has nothing to do with what you're cutting, but rather how you're cutting. And it's a really super thin cut, basically, is what that's referring to. It's a French term, and it's not like so important that you just have to know that term, or that we get into the depths of the importance of its meaning or anything like that. But the thing of it is it's just a handy technique that when you need to cut up some fine leaves like this, it makes it so much easier to do. So if you've noticed, what I've done here is pluck free and gather all of my leaves. All right. Now I want to take these, and you can kind of roll them like so, if you wish. Now what I want to do when I'm making this cut is I'm going to curve my fingers under so the fingertips are facing back. See right down here, they're not facing out like this, but back. Making this part of my finger, that center joint, that center digit, up and down, vertical. Okay, and that becomes a cutting guide for my knife. Okay. Now, the thumb simply controls the back of the vegetables, nothing more or less, okay? So let me re-roll these just a little bit. I won't worry about getting it perfect. And gently creep those fingers back, just stepping them back a little bit at a time. Now you notice how I'm holding the knife? I pinch the blade, choke up on that handle a little bit. And we're making that beautiful thin cut. And this doesn't have to be perfect, folks. It's not going to be seen so much as it is tasted. Now, get rid of these whole pieces. And I want to cross-cut some of this just a little bit. There we go. Now, we need to make this wonderful dressing that we're going to do. Now this is so simple. It's a simple way to dress a sandwich to give it some wonderful flavor and keep it nice and healthy. There's our olive oil. There we go, just a nice olive oil saturated basil. Let's take a spoon and just work it in there. A little more olive oil. And we're quite literally just going to spoon this up on the bread. Olive oil, basil, and all. Now, we'd like to remind you, while we're making this, to remember your cutting board safety. Cutting board safety means you're not going to cross-contaminate one item from another. That's the reason we use the color-coded system at Texas Cooking Today. The green board is for fruits and vegetables only. Now, time to get on with making this little guy. Now let's go ahead and get that bread cut, and I'm going to want a piece about 8 inches long. That looks about right there. Okay, set the rest of that aside. Now, to cut down on this, remember to be real careful with that knife. My cut's a little bit rough, but I don't think that's going to hurt anything. So delicious. Look how crusty it all is. Now, first things first, we need to dress our bread, and that starts with this beautiful basil and olive oil dressing that we prepared. The beautiful thing about this is that olive oil has now also taken on the flavor of some of that basil, and so it's sort of like a double dose of basil. All right, so we have our bread prepared, not the bed, the bread. Now, I mentioned to you earlier that cutting board safety. White board is for bakery and dairy. So we can cut our cheese on here. We've cut our bread on here. So next time you're at a restaurant and they're misusing their cutting board and using the wrong color for something, you get to call them out on it. That makes life fun, doesn't it? There we go. Beautiful, right? Now, for that which is so special, we're going to break out that Parma ham there. Now this, very, very thin cut. It's the way I like it cut for me. This is truly gorgeous. And the thing of it is I've had this before. I know how good it tastes. So I'm just absolutely dying over here. A couple little more pieces just to finish off that page. There we go. Beautiful. Extra beautiful ham and cheese sandwich, folks, right there. Oh man, now that's just not that tough, is it? However, we've taken that ordinary ham and cheese sandwich and we've elevated it to something beautiful. Very special. Let's give this a try. I just can't begin to express it. First of all, the ham. Prosciutto is magnificent all by itself. You pair it with this wonderful crusty bread. Delicious. The smooth creaminess of the mozzarella, offset by that wonderful herby flavor, that sweet herby flavor of the basil. It's also mixed with the wonderful olivey flavor of a good extra virgin olive oil. Oh man. Well, this is a meal that I'm going to devour. I hope you enjoy your sandwich as much. I would like to say thank you, a very special thank you to my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, why not? What are you waiting for? Great recipes, the best techniques you'll ever see coming your way. Thank you for watching. You folks have a good day. Hey guys, thank you for watching Texas Cooking Today. I do appreciate it. If you would, please subscribe. If you liked this, just click like down there, and if you would, I would really appreciate it if you add me to your favorites. Thank you.